We'll start. First few breaths. Actually, let's go right into pranayama. If kneeling Virasana is an okay position for you to be in, come into a kneeling shape, whether you choose to put blocks or cushions between your ankles, so you have less compression in the knees. The higher up you are, the less squish in the knees. Or if you want to sit in an active toe crunch, just make sure your heels, your ankles don't roll out to the sides. Sitting for a while, I'm not too concerned with the feet coming together, which is pretty intense, just moderate intensity. Making sure both sides of the feet are getting equally stretched. And then once you are in your chosen position, and of course you have permission to change your mind at any point, take a slow, full breath in. Feel it make its way all the way down to low belly, pelvis. And exhale back out. Couple breaths like that, feeling for steadying the rhythm, balancing your inhale length and your exhale volume. Next, inhale all the way down to low belly. Feel for relaxing the pelvic floor completely. Like the pelvic floor actually domes out, not pushes, but relaxes out. Exhale. Draw the pelvic floor back up into the body. And then pause at the end of the exhale, continuing to feel almost like you're suctioning up from the floor, up the inside of the spine, from the sacrum up. When you need to breathe, relax that. Inhale. Dome pelvic floor out. Exhale, start to scoop pelvic floor in and up. Scoop the lowest abdominals in off the pubic bone and up. Keep the chin tucked so as the pressure builds, you keep it inside. And then relax all of that to breathe in. Couple rounds like that, feeling for releasing and engaging your Mula Bandha, your root lock. You finish the round you're on, do one more round. You can come into Baddha Konasana for seated side bend. Oh, hey, Nick. Soles of the feet pressed together, toes spread apart. Walk your left fingertips out to the side of your hip. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left hand down, elbow drawing in towards you to help draw the left ribs out from your pelvis. So you're not pushing down, but lengthen out. Relax your neck towards left shoulder. Both shoulders ease away from the ears. Huge breath into the right side ribs. Exhale, plug tailbone and pubic bone straight down into the ground. And push off your left hand to come up on inhale. Right fingertips out to the side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Elbow drawing straight in. It might collapse behind you, which will put your shoulder in a weird position. So press it forward a little bit to work the external rotation. And feel for most of the weight in your pelvis rooting down, the sit bones, the pubic bone, and the tailbone. So you don't feel everything just sinking into right hand. Relax your neck. Take a huge breath into the left side ribs. Expand them open. Exhale. Press off the right hand to inhale up. Kapalabhati. If you like, stay in Baddha Konasana. Otherwise, come into cross-legged or any comfortable seat. Short, sharp exhales out your nose. Tall spine. Chin stays down, again, to maintain the pressure here in the lung space. I'll count 30 pretty slow ones. If you want to go faster, you can go faster. Exhale only. Don't worry, you won't run out of air. Air naturally comes back in on the rebound. Take a huge breath in now. Spread your ribs back, ribs lengthen up. Shoulders stay down. Hold the breath in. Tuck your chin down. And then bring the hands in front of you so you can soften your belly as you blow the breath out. Hold breath out. Tuck chin down. Pull navel to spine. And fly the abdominals up into the rib cage. Re-lengthen the spine as you draw everything up, up, up. And when you need to breathe, relax your belly. Another round. 30 Kapalabhati, either another Uddiyana or Agnisara slow. Agnisara is where we do Uddiyana and release and pull in as many times as you can, holding the breath out. It looks a little like this. If you're new to Uddiyana, don't worry about that. Just do the Uddiyana part. And then when we do the third round, you might get very fast, those of you guys who have Agnisara practice. All right, Kapalabhati, short, sharp exhales out your nose. Warm up your diaphragm. Big breath in. Expand the rib cage out 360 degrees. Get taller. Hold your breath in. Roll shoulders back. Tuck your chin down. Press tongue to roof of mouth. Root down through your tail and keep lengthening back of spine up. And hands come forward to blow the breath out. Stay empty. Tuck your chin and draw the belly up into Uddiyana. Maybe pulse it in Agnisara or hold it. Pull it up, 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 up. Relax the belly when you need to breathe in. One more round, Kapalabhati. Big breath in. Flare ribs, lengthen spine, lift heart. Hold it in, shoulders back, chin down, tongue to roof of mouth. Eyes closed or gaze at a steady spot in front of you. And empty out for one more Uddiyana or a fast Agnisara. When you are complete, straighten your legs out. Spinal twist, right foot on the floor, flex the left 5 toes up to the sky. Maintain hips width of the leg, so a hand's width between right foot, left leg. Twist to your right, left hand, or elbow to right knee. You might scooch left foot, left leg forward a little bit, especially if you feel a lot of pull across low back in this opening twist. Gaze over right shoulder if that feels like a sweet stretch for the neck. If it feels like tension is building up in the neck and jaw, then keep your chin lined up over the middle of your chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. Straighten your right leg out. Left foot on the floor. Option to adjust right foot forward and then turn to the left. Plug sit bones, tailbone, and pubic bone down. Root your pelvis and then lengthen the spine straight up from there, right through the back of the neck, back of the skull. So whether your head turns or not, make sure it's still balanced on your long spine. Inhale. Exhale, release. Come onto your back. Elbow to knee abdominals. We'll right away add the root lock. Lying on your back with your knees bent right over your pelvis. So maintain that chair shape with your thighs the whole time. As we work, they're going to get closer and closer to your chest because your hip flexors, they so want to help. They habitually do that movement. Keep your legs forward so you can wake up low belly. Activate your feet. Flex the feet, pull the 10 toes back towards you, make space between all the toes, and then press the balls of the feet forward, keeping the toes pulled back. So you can feel the foot bones, foot tissues spreading. Lock your hands behind your head and neck, fully supporting your skull. Inhale, head and shoulders off the earth. Press your low back down. Exhale, twist both elbows towards left thigh, straighten right leg out, draw navel to spine. Inhale, center, press the low back flat, shoulders up. Exhale, twist right, left leg out, right knee is still right over pelvis. Pull your belly down. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left, right leg out. Curl pubic bone and navel, draw navel to spine. Inhale, center. Get the sides of the waist down, lift your shoulders. Exhale, twist right, left leg out. Curl pubic bone and navel, navel to spine. Adding on. Inhale, center. Press the low back flat. Exhale, twist your left, right leg out. Put your left foot onto the right leg. Press leg into foot. Tuck your tailbone towards your heel. Pull your belly down. Inhale back into your chair, shoulders up. Exhale, twist to your right, left leg out. Touch foot to leg, leg to foot. Squeeze sitting bones towards tailbone. Point everything towards the heel. Pull your belly down. Inhale, center. 2 more like that. Exhale, twist left, right leg out. Touch foot to leg, leg to foot. Curl the tailbone up. Squeeze everything out through your spread toes. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right, left leg out. Foot to leg, leg to foot. Tuck the tailbone up. Pull your belly down. Inhale, last round. Exhale, twist left. Foot to leg to foot to curl the tailbone up. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, center, press low back flat. Exhale, twist to your right, left leg out. Foot to leg to foot. Squeeze sitting bones towards tail. Curl pubic bone and navel. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, head down, feet down. Separate your feet as wide as your mat. Open your arms to a goalpost and do a windshield wipe action with the knees. Head might also need to roll side to side, releasing any tension that builds up in the neck. If windshield wipe's not great for your hips, low back, then instead maybe rest the knees against each other and swirl the back breath through your pelvis, low back, without any grinding. Bridge lifts. Bring your feet to hips width apart, knees bent. Feet might be close enough that you can brush your heels with your fingertips. But if it's a strain on the knees to get them that close, it's not that important. They don't have to be that close. Relax the arms down alongside the body. Let's start with the palms turned up to the sky so you can widen through the collarbones, relax the shoulders back. Send your breath down into low belly, low back. Exhale, press your feet down, curl your pelvis up. Inhale, set your sacrum back on the earth, relax low belly. Exhale, curl pelvis. Press down into the ground to press your hips to the sky. One more time like that. Inhale, sacrum onto the earth. Relax low belly, low back. Exhale, press down, tilt the sacrum up. Stay up. Inhale, keep pressing down, bring your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, roll your spine down. Lower your arms down. Inhale, sacrum onto earth. Exhale, curl the sacrum up. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, roll your spine down. Arms down, inhale, hips down. Take 2 more rolls like that. If you forget the breath rhythm, I recommend starting the motions on the exhale breath. How much you breathe in between, that's up to how it feels to you. Carve out space, mobility with your breath. Next time you come up, stay up, arms up overhead, if that feels right to your shoulders. If you prefer to keep the arms down alongside your body, that's fine. Now with the arms up overhead, lengthen the fronts of your thighs forward. Create length in the front body. Keep your belly in, little curl of pubic bone and navel. Breathe up into the rib cage, expand it towards your face. No pushing toward your face. The power of your legs is drawing your hips forward. Breathe spaciousness up in the upper chest. And roll your, actually, let's do an Uddiyana here. Take a big breath in. Blow it out, hold it out. Hold your breath out. Keep your arms up as you roll your spine down with a soft belly so your belly gets sucked up into the vacuum of the lung space, inducing Uddiyana. And then when your hips come down, bring your hands onto your belly. Take a few normal breaths. Notice if there's more room to breathe. Hug your knees into your chest. If it's right for your body to lift your head off the earth and tuck your nose up into your knees, chin towards throat, like you're holding a nectarine, something you don't want to squish, but hold it steady. Pull your belly in some more. So even though neck, I think, is part of the core, those throat muscles, but I want your abdominal part of the core to work harder than your neck. If you need to keep head on the ground, please do. If you want to rock from shoulders to tail, take about 6 or 9 rocks, rocking up and down length of spine, and then come up and over to all fours. If that's not right for you today, do some yummy massage-like movements, rocking side to side on your mat, and then crawl your way to all fours. Let's come into low cobra. Now let's come into forearm plank. Lower down onto your elbows, wrap your hands around your upper arm bones, and either clasp the hands in front of you, or if your shoulders are healthy, palms up, hands directly in front of your elbows, keeping the forearms, wrists parallel to each other. Wrists flat on the ground. Rotate index fingernail, thumbnail towards the ground by spinning your biceps out. So it's a shoulder rotation, not a wrist strain. Push the earth away to lift out of shoulders. Keep your gaze down or hang your head. And this might be enough plank in your external rotation. Or you can walk your knees back or feet back into any variation of plank. If your knees are off the mat, then see if you can bring your heels together and lengthen them back. Press the ground away to lift up out of the shoulders. Exhale, scoop the front ribs up into the waist. Rotate biceps open, spread your fingers wide. Like the tension in your shoulders, you could actually shoot it out your fingertips. Press it straight down into the earth with your forearms. Get a lift out of shoulders. Exhale, curl pubic bone and navel. Draw navel to spine. Embryo. Knees down. Sit back on your heels. If child's pose with your hands by your feet is relaxing to you, rest your head on something. If you need to straighten your legs out and lie on your belly, or extend your arms out to not have your arms in internal rotation, adjust so you can let go. Let's do bird's wing in lunge. Step your right foot forward into knee down lunge. Take the time if you need to put some extra padding under back knee. First lunge, not too low. Almost 90-degree angles at the knees and hips. So you can drive down with both feet active. Feel both sit bones heading straight down. Palms up, elbows hug against the ribs. Inhale, expand the back of the rib cage. Exhale, rotate your hands out. Keep your elbows squeezing in and imagine you're holding a stretchy band. Feel for resistance. Inhale, hands come towards each other. Upper back broadens with breath. Exhale, pull on your stretchy band. Squeeze the upper arm bones into the rib cage. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, rotate out. Draw shoulder blades in and down without popping the front ribs out. And bring left hand down to the edge of your mat or even to the ground. So it's a pretty wide stance between left hand, right foot, right hand on sacrum. Twisting lunge. Inhale, lengthen the whole spine, the whole rib cage, front and back ribs forward. Exhale, spin the left low ribs up towards your right thigh. Relax your neck. Grounding with your sacrum, not pressing hard, just feeling for the tailbone tilting down. half splits, hands down. Re-square your hips. Exhale, straighten the right leg. And if it's right for you to flex the right foot, you can take that variation. Also acceptable to press the bottom of the right foot down to the mat, activating both sides of the leg. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Quarter boat. Line your belly, fold your hands underneath your forehead. Breathe into the low back ribs. Lift them off your low back. Exhale, curl pubic bone down into the mat. Extend the right leg back. Spiral the right thigh out of the right hip joint, turning inner thigh up towards the sky. Active foot. Unclench the glutes. Contract right sitting bone into tailbone. Relax the right leg down. Breathe into the low back ribs. Exhale, curl pubic bone down. Extend left leg back, internally spiraling the leg as it lengthens. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra, hands out in front of your shoulders. Inhale, pull the mat towards you, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog, or press right into tabletop. Bird's wing lunge, left foot forward. A fairly high lunge, so you can feel for rooting your pelvis down. To me, it's helpful to drive the back knee down, in which case lots of padding is a fantastic idea. Palms up, elbows against your ribs. Breathe into your upper back. Bring the pinky fingers all the way together to touch. Exhale, rotate the arm bones out, squeeze shoulders in. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale, internally rotate the arms, spread the upper back. Exhale, externally rotate, squeeze elbows, arm bones in. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Twisting lunge, right hand down to edge of the mat or off the mat, left hand onto sacrum. Good. Now soften your chest down a little bit. So when you breathe in, front and back ribs telescope away from pelvis. And exhale, now you can roll the left shoulder open. Half splits. Hands down. Square your hips and then shift into your hamstring stretch. Left leg might not straighten all the way. It doesn't need to, probably, to find out where your hamstrings are. Start to send them breath. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Alternating classical suns with suns B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, knee down lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. Either chaturanga or all the way to the belly. Chaturanga is your low plank with your elbows against your ribs. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward, lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back in chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Modify however you like. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Warrior one. Step your right foot forward, spin the back heel down. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Take a breath. Exhale, stretch your sacrum back. Step or jump to your hands. Inhale, lengthening spine. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, samastitihi. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, knee down, lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. We'll keep low cobras with our classicals. Inhale, cobra or low cobra, hips stay on the earth. Exhale, downward facing. Lunge, step right foot forward. Inhale. Standing forward fold. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, samastitihi. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Stay in warrior, downward dog for a couple breaths. Let's do this flow. Inhale, press your mat forward in your downward dog, stretching your chest back towards your thighs, kind of exaggerating your flexibility if that's okay on your shoulder. And then back out of that exaggeration enough that you can bend your elbows, squeeze your elbows in towards your temples. Push the mat forward, keep lengthening sacrum back. Turbo dog. Exhale, straighten your arms. Maybe exaggerate your flexibility. Take a breath. Exhale, plank. Push the earth away. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Turbo dog. Bend your elbows 1 inch. Rotate your biceps forward. Keep your thumb, index finger, and the web between them glued to the earth. Exhale. Straighten your arms. Push the earth forward. Stretch back out of shoulders. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Take a breath. Exhale, downward dog. Now, if this is okay with you, keep your arms straight-ish with a little bit of turbo dog, that external rotation. Pull your belly in. Let's actually find Uddiyana. Take a big breath in. Blow it out, hold it out. Holding your breath out, fly your abdominals up into your rib cage. And then keep that lift of the diaphragm. When you start breathing again, breathe into the side and back ribs so your belly can stay engaged. And if your shoulders are healthy, start to jump and try to kick your heels to your butt, keeping your butt way in the air. Shoulder tweakiness, don't do that. All right, lunge. Twisting lunge, right foot forward. Back knee on the mat. And pretty high shape for your twisting lunge. Left elbow, right thigh. Option, twisting crescent. Inhale, tuck your back toes. Exhale, back knee off the earth. Twisting warrior variation. Left hand to the edge of the mat, right arm to the sky. Keep drawing your sacrum straight back. Breathe the rib cage, front, back, side ribs forward. Wide angled forward fold. Right hand comes down to left. Walk your hands to the left. Straighten your right leg. Turn your toes in. So now you're facing side of mat with your feet parallel to each other. Or even a little pigeon toe, toes in, heels out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, high Wilhelm. Spider, inhale to a flat back. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Bend your knees. Hips might drop as low as your knees. No lower than that. Crown of head, back of neck lengthening forward, tailbone straight back. Breathe into that length. Exhale, roll your thigh bones open. One more breath there. Breathe into the low back ribs. Exhale, forward fold. Turn your toes back in. Twisting lunge. Turn towards left foot, right knee on the earth. Right elbow, left thigh. Option, twisting crescent. Inhale, tuck back toes. Use your Mula Bandha to straighten the back leg. And see if you can straighten your back leg a little more, Cynthia, and bend your front knee more. Twisting warrior variation. Right hand to the floor. Wide angled forward fold. Walk your hands to the right. Turn your left toes in, once again facing side of mat with your feet parallel. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, Prasarita Padottanasana A. If your hands are on the floor, plant them shoulder width apart and then hug your elbows in so they're not wider than your shoulders. Then maybe your hands can walk back in line with your feet with your fingers, toes pointing the same direction in one line. And some of you will get your crown, work your crown towards the ground between your hands. Twisting horse. Inhale, half lift. Turn the toes out, the heels in. Bring your palms onto your thighs. Breathe into back ribs as you lengthen spine forward. Exhale, twist towards right thigh, chest towards right knee. Left shoulder can dip down if that's an okay shape for your shoulder. Inhale, center, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to the other side. Go to each side 1 or 2 more times on your breath. When you feel complete, come back into forward fold with the toes turned in, heels out. Lunge to right foot, back knee down. This time, some of you will set your left knee further back for a wider stance for your lunge. Hands on thigh or arms to sky. Optional Shiva arms, turning your palms open, cross right behind left, then press your palms together and start to straighten the arms up, spiraling up through your fingertips. Breathe the back ribs up. Soften the chest down slightly as you draw the arm bones back. Interlace hands behind your back or bring hands to thigh to transition into crescent. Back your hips up enough that you can connect to the strength of your glutes. Turn them on. Tuck back toes. Straighten back leg. If interlace is not great for your wrists, your elbows, or your shoulders, put your hands on your hips and roll the shoulders, tweeze the elbows back. Breathe, rib cage, sternum straight up. If you are interlaced, you can pull on your hands and dig shoulders into upper back. Like you're trying to pull your hands apart. Bring your hands into prayer. Breathe into back ribs, re-lengthen back of spine. Lift up enough that you can transition into warrior two. Extended warrior variation, right forearm to thigh, left arm reaches across your ear, extending the line from pinky finger through outer left heel. If you'd like right hand to work its way down to the earth, ease your way down over the next few breaths. Feel for rotating your right sit bone underneath you. And as your right knee rotates, ground the big toe side of the foot. Good. Archer warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Right arm up. Bend your right elbow, hand at base of neck. Left hand to right elbow. Or you're welcome to move into the full bind. Hands to your hips. Straighten your right leg. Turn the toes in. Prasarita Padottanasana B. Squeeze your waist. Inhale, squeeze the elbows and shoulders back. Keep this hand posture as you forward fold. Fingers digging into the sides of the waist. Squeeze your elbows back, your shoulders back. Tuck your chin down to your chest. Look for your tail. Release your hands to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Lunge to the left foot. Anjaneyasana. Optional, Shiva arms. Turn your palms out, cross left behind right, press palms, and spiral the arm bones up. Crescent interlace. Interlace hands behind your back. Tuck your back toes. Tuck your tail down. Use your butt and your belly to help straighten back leg, not your back muscles. Or again, hands on hips. Alternate hand posture. Hands to heart center. Inhale, lift up enough for your transition. Warrior two. Extended warrior variation, left forearm to thigh, right arm reaching across. That extension from right hand down through right heel is a template for your spine to start to open into. What happens if you straighten your right arm all the way, Cynthia? Good. With that rotation you had, just a straight arm. It might not be as close to your head, and that's okay. There it is. Keep turning your triceps in toward your cheek. Warrior two, archer. Left arm up, bend your left elbow. Half archer, hand to elbow, or full bind with or without strap. If you're not using a strap, make sure you're binding something rather than just having your hands tensing up on your back. Hold on to your shirt. And pull on your strap or your bind to reach the elbows away from each other. Hands to hips, straighten your left leg, turn the toes in, clasp your hands behind your back. If clasping is not great for you, either hold a strap and pull on it or come back into B, hands on waist. Squeeze shoulders back, exhale, fold. Or you can stay upright if you're tired of going up and down and work the shoulder posture, standing up. If you feel safe coming up in your bind, come up the way you came down. Maybe bend your knees so your butt can help you up, or release your hands so they can help you too. Turn the right toes open into warrior two. Draw your left hip back in line with your left heel for this variation of reverse warrior. Reach your left arm up and back as you breathe in. Lengthen both sides of the ribs. And then exhale, left hand down, right arm crosses ear. If you prefer neck release, lowering right hand towards right knee, that is perfectly fine. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, soften chest down, front ribs in, but keep the arm pressing back. Yes, so it's truly a lateral stretch for your spine. I know in some yogas, reverse warrior is a back bend. I don't practice any of those yogas, so I'm not sure the instructions or benefit of the back bend warrior. If you do, that's fine. You can do it. Runner's lunge. Hands come down to frame the right foot. Lift your butt up as high as you need as you turn your hips towards the right leg. And firm up your center. Contract sitting bones towards tailbone. Scoop your low belly in off your pubic bone. And from that firm connected center, lengthen the spine forward through back of neck, crown of head, and the back leg back through inner thigh, inner ankle. Twisted warrior variations. Spin the left heel down into warrior one. Once you start twisting, you might choose to come back onto the back toes, and that's fine. I'll offer a deeper twisting warrior. Right hand pulls the right hip back. Inhale, left arm forward. Lengthen the spine. Keep that length as you hook left elbow or armpit over right thigh. If that pulls way too much on back body or shoulders, either elbow on thigh or left hand to the ground. Ultimately, all these twists are for your spine. Freeing up the hips and shoulders from spine is helpful as long as it's not hurtful. Those of you who've got your left elbow pretty far across might start to extend the arms out and maybe even right arm over ear. Full extended warrior. Good extension. Pyramid. Hands frame the right foot. Adjust the left foot, maybe a foot closer to the right foot as you come into your one-legged hamstring stretch. Optional binds, inhaling to a flat back. And then either make fists touch your knuckles together behind back or come into reverse prayer with your fingers pointing up toward your head. Shoulders open, collarbone open as you fold. For most of our hamstrings or knee or hip joints, having hands on something, very important to support the joints. So don't worry about the binding. This posture is where flexibility and strength have to be balanced. And there's a lot of demand for both of those in the shape. Deep lunge hip opener. Hands down to the inside of right foot. Bend your right knee. You can move right foot over to the side, heel toe. Left leg back. I'll leave it up to you whether you want to leave the knee up off the mat or lower it down. If you stay up on your hands, I would lock the elbows out so you can allow the hips to hang and the arm bones to support you rather than the arm muscles. You can lower your arms down onto blocks, cushion, maybe just the left elbows down, that's fine. Especially if you came low, there's a little bit of cobra action pulling on the mat to lengthen your spine from your pelvis. Breathe into the length. Exhale, sink the hips into that space. Ekapada Adho Mukha Vrikshasana. Press back onto your hands. Walk the right foot between your hands again, back to center. And then spring off the left leg. Bow your head down towards right leg. Translation. Downward facing one-legged tree pose. You can focus on the balance. If you are focusing on balance, then maybe one hand comes behind your calf or gaze at big toe, both hands behind calf and fold in. Also translated as one-legged handstand. So if you're working hands on the ground, get that turbo dog action with your arms. In American yogas, we call this standing splits. If that's what you want to do, that's fine too. It's not part of the translation. All right, find your way back to downward facing dog. Yoga push-up, inhale. Exhale, plank. Knees can come down. Take a breath. Exhale, bend your elbows an inch. Pull your chest forward so your elbows stay over your wrists. Roll the collarbones open. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time like that. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows bend no further than the ribs. Maybe they touch the ribs. Broaden your collar. Breathe in. Exhale, pull your belly in. Downward dog. Left foot forward, warrior two. Lift your right hand up. Inhale, reach back over your right leg, lengthen the ribs. Exhale, right hand down, left arm to sky, or neck release. Neck releases this variation. Runner's lunge. Hands come to either side of front foot. Square your hips and then firm up your center. Connect from pelvic floor to belly button. Lengthen spine, back leg away from that center. Twisting warrior variations. Warrior one footprint. You can come into the twist however you want. I find it very helpful to draw the left hip back and extend my spine, ribs forward. Inhale, and then exhale across. Right elbow or armpit on thigh. The more of your arm that's across the thigh, the safer your shoulders if you choose to open your arms out, either into wings or an extension. Hamstring stretch. Hands down to either side of front foot for pyramid, Parshvattanasana. Again, option to bind, reverse prayer hands, or some say I catch opposite elbows. I don't love that because it allows the shoulders to roll in a lot. Most of us don't need to reinforce that pattern. So maybe make fists instead if you're choosing to bind. If your hands are off the floor, you must activate your feet, spread the toes, especially left foot, press ball of foot into earth. Deep lunge hip opener. Bend your left knee, hands down to the inside of left leg. And then widen your stance as much as you like. Left foot aside, right leg far back. Possibly mirroring what you chose for side one. But as you feel into this side, it may be asking for different expressions of the shape. Breathe and feel into that. Couple more breaths. Press back onto your hands. Bring your left foot back between your hands for your one-legged upside down balancing pose. If being upside down, by the way, is starting to get too much, Warrior 3, where your head and heart in one line, are fine too. That's the main difference between these poses. And activate the floating foot. Make it do some of the work too. Nice, you guys. Standing forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Samastitihi. Balancing pigeon variations. We'll start right knee to chest. And for some of you, you'll do this for 5 breaths, then open, and then come back to center. Others, feeling into the pigeon, reach down for your flexed right ankle to bring the foot up towards your face. Oh, tree, actually, instead of Apanasana. If you're not doing standing balancing pigeon, do tree. That's a nice hip opener. And maybe bring your right foot out in front of you a bit more, flexing, and then see if there's space to draw it in. Everyone, right knee to chest, clasp your hands around your shin, take a breath in, and with a swish sound, squeeze it up. Samastitihi. Left knee up, moving either into tree, and as always, your tree can be down here too. Still a balance, still a hip opener. Those of you working the pigeons, keep the left foot, especially the pinky side of the foot flexed. That'll keep your knee safe, especially if you find yourself wrestling with your leg. Knee to chest, clasp your hands around your shin, take a breath, and swish it in. You can lean into it to release the low back. Kind of yummy, yeah? All right, feet down. Utkatasana, inhale, sit back in your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Half sun or full sun. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or forward fold. Inhale, upward dog or half lift. Exhale, downward dog. Everyone, Utkatasana, down dogs jump forward. Inhale, feet between hands, hands up overhead, possibly pressing palms with your big toes and your knees together. If you need to separate the feet, that's fine. Shift your hips back. If your hands are together, maybe you're looking up. Good. Bakasana or Bakasana prep, lower your hands to the ground. Come on to tippy toes. Maybe the heels touch as you stand on tiptoe and try to touch knees into armpits. By the way, if hands don't go to the ground with ease there, of course you can put hands on a chair or wall and see if you can come onto tiptoes, a big grand plie. Those of you who've got knees on your upper arm bones, of course, arm balance might be available for you. If you haven't started playing already, shift your chest forward, elbows aiming for over the wrists, just like our yoga push-ups. We're working our way down to our seats, so if you want to take one more vinyasa, go for it. Otherwise, simply lower down. Dandasana, legs straight, feet flexed. Hands on the ground by your hips. Pressing down to lengthen the spine up. Scoop your belly in. Breathe the back ribs out. Shoulders back. Chin tucked into the notch between collarbones. Gaze at big toes. Strong breathing. Exhale, release the pressure. Either Janu Shirsasana A or Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Either way, if you have a strap, you can use it to practice your binding. So left leg straight, right knee open, or right foot in lotus. And if you're curious about binding, your strap goes around your right ankle, whether you're putting your foot there or on your left leg. Strap is in your left hand. Right hand comes behind your back and takes the straps. Good. Holding straps in the right hand, turn your belly, your chest towards your left leg for forward fold. So as you come forward, the bind will keep rolling your right shoulder open. Nevertheless, turn your belly, chest towards the left leg. Allow the right shoulder to be drawn back as much as feels right to you. If you prefer not to bind, of course, your hands might simply be on either side of left foot, forward fold. Inhale, glance at your toes, pull your belly in, come up to your seat, and change sides. Right leg straight. If you're using the strap around left ankle. Of course, you're welcome to skip it and just focus on the hips, legs part of the stretch. This time, strap starts in the right hand, so you can pass it to the left hand behind you. Eventually, left hand would hold the right foot, left foot, and fold. Mm-hmm. Inhale, glance towards your toes, pull your belly in. Exhale, come up to your seat. Ubaya Padangusthasana. Either balancing on your sitting bones, take hold of your big toes and start to extend into your seated forward fold. Then maybe you point your toes and lean your head back. Or if you like, put a strap around your feet, kind of a supported boat. And see if you can balance on those two teeter-totter sitting bones, so not rounding back onto sacrum. Lift off that. Whoop, and find that hover point. Breathe your heart up to the sky. And bend your knees, cross your ankles, feet down by your hips, hook your elbows around your knees. Lift out of low back. Come on down to your back. Spinal twist variation. Scoot your hips over to the left edge of your mat. No, to the right edge. Start hips to the right. So you can pick your knees up and drop them over to the left. Any variation. Maybe you twist your root, right thigh and left. Or maybe you prefer to keep the left leg straight. Support between the legs or underneath the bottom leg might be helpful for your low back, so you can relax at this point in your practice. Alternatively, you can allow the knees to relax to the ground and let your right shoulder rise. Then adjust the arm position, hand on hip, maybe, so shoulder's comfortable. And before you roll back onto your back, you may prefer to untwist your root or to bring your right arm across into fetal curve. And then move, once you're on your back, move hips over to the left so you can bring the knees over to the right. If possible, mirroring the shape you chose for the first side. And set up for a short Shavasana. Or if you want to log out of Zooms, you can set up for an ample 5 to 7 minute Shavasana. You will not take that personally. In fact, I applaud that. And continue to rest if you like. Or maybe slowly bring the arms up overhead for a full body stretch and open your mouth as wide as it goes. And then curl up into a little ball on your side. Or if you want to rock yourself up like a little ball, kick your legs, use momentum, keep your back relaxed. Palms together. Thumbs against your sternum. Lift your heart. Bow your head to your own heart. May our practice bring us peace, health, wisdom. May our practice benefit not only us, but all beings. Might know peace. Be healthy, happy, and safe. Namaste.